All right, shalom, shalom.
So,
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh Shai, Shem, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations and much love to y'all came out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And these the brothers here at the Great Millstone Tampa Church back for another open forum live stream. And Lord's will is edifying to the hopeful elect out there. And pretty much we could start off on I was watching the brothers out there in LA and they were going in on how when we returned from the with Yahushua from the chariots, we're gonna be putting this world in subjection, as America's on fire, smoke going up, we're gonna come in and put the rule in subjection. Brothers want to get Psalms with 147. Is it Psalms 147? Another brother can grab Revelation 21. We'll start in that.
I got Revelation 2.
Okay, Con. Yeah, another brother get Revelation 21 though. Go ahead. You can start off with that.
Okay, Con. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2. Give me a second. Salakia.
Oh, actually, I meant Psalms 149.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, did we go? If you got Revelation 2, bring it out.
No, we'll bring out the Psalm. This is the book of Psalms 149. Start in order. 149.
Yeah, if you will give Revelation first. Nah, get Revelation 20 first or 21 first.
21. Okay.
Yeah.
You got a brother?
Yeah, I got you. You want to start from
Okay,
the top?
Yeah, you can start at the top.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 21. Can you hear me good enough?
Yeah, you good.
All right. Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Yep.
And there was no more sea.
Yep. And that's gonna be when the day of the Lord comes, man. That new heavens and the new earth. All right, the new heavens and the earth is gonna be refreshed. All right, that word there is I forget what the Greek word there is, but it means refresh.
Kainos.
Yep. Go ahead. And because even the heavens, man, because they got Esau got all that space junk out there, all that shit got to be cleaned up, got to be refreshed.
Verse 2, Revelation chapter 21. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Father out of heaven.
Yeah, and that's gonna be that new city, all right. That New Jerusalem is the elect, man. When they coming down with Yahushua, right? That's what John, that's what he saw. He saw them coming back off them chariots, man. And we're gonna get into what they're coming to do. Lord's will be part of the number. What that New Jerusalem is coming to do, man. It's coming. They coming to subdue everybody that's left on the planet. All right, because we know, according to biblical prophecy, that America is going to be utterly destroyed. But what? There's still going to be people alive. There's still a lot of people still going to be in their folly. Hey, they're still might be left some 2/3 out there. They got to get put to death. The heathens got to go into shackles. So go ahead.
And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Prepared for the bride adorned for her husband. That's the elect, man. The bride and the husband is Yahushua, man. So we're gonna be prepared, man. We're gonna be in those new bodies, because that's gonna happen on the way up. And then when we come down, man, we're gonna be prepared already. We're gonna be ordained. What did it say? What about the bride?
It says, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Or adorned, yeah. That's how we're gonna come down. Or a bride or adorned for her husband, man. Looking the best, because when a bride is coming to her husband on a wedding, she's looking the best she gonna look in her life. Got the white dress on, looking real nice for her husband, and that's how the elect is gonna come down, man. And those perfect bodies, man. They're gonna come down glorified with the Lord Yahweh Shai. Then we gonna be as him. In that John, I forgot where exactly. It's in one of the book of John's talking about it does not yet appear what we shall be. Hey, but in that day it will appear, man. You gonna see it. Go ahead.
Con. It says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Father is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Father himself shall be with them and be their power.
Yep. So the Lord's gonna be with us. We're gonna be perfect. We're gonna be his people again. And ain't nobody. You see throughout the scriptures all the accounts when the men of the Lord were calling upon Yahweh, you couldn't stop them. So how much more when we come back down after finishing this race, man, finishing this this course that we've been set on. When Yahweh Shai comes and redeems the elect, we gonna be perfect, man. We coming to execute his judgment, man, his vengeance. All right. That was it on that third verse, or you got more?
That was it on the third verse. The next one is going into the fourth.
Kind. Yeah. You get go ahead and get that Psalms now.
Okay, this is the book of Psalms. This is Psalm 147. I'm gonna start at verse 4. For the Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Hey, there you go. It said he taketh pleasure in his people. That's why he's in the brother just read in Revelation 21 that he gonna be our power again, man. We're gonna be his people. Because he takes pleasure in us, man. So how much more the elect, man, the Israel of Israel, man. Right? That's why he gave the honor, what is that in Psalms chapter 2? Well, somebody hold that on deck, Psalms chapter 2. I said as of me, I believe it's Psalms 2.
Yeah, Psalm 2 and 8, and then I got Revelation, which is precept off that.
Go ahead, keep reading though.
Bet. So it says in verse 5 now, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praise. Sorry.
That the saints are the Israelites, man. Most importantly, the elect. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Yeah, so that's how the elect's gonna come down, man. With literally a two-edged sword in their hands, man. As we're praising the Lord, we're gonna be chopping heads off, man. Because that's how the Lord's gonna send us back down. We ain't gonna like the brothers are saying in LA, man. We're not coming back down to put the world in subjection with paperwork. We coming down by force. The scriptures say that saints shall take the kingdom by force. It's gonna be a bloody takeover, man. We coming to put these heathens into subjection the hard way. No ifs, ands, buts about it. No questions asked. We just come in to butcher them, man. And
what they said, paperwork. We're not gonna do paperwork.
Yeah. You gotta sign over the deed. Nah, man. We just coming to take it, man.
Straight.
With swords in our hands. Go ahead.
Hey, I got a
go ahead.
Quick precept, Jeremiah 16:16.
Yep.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord.
And that's what the Lord's got right now. And this is the season this is fishing season. All right. Right now it's fishing season. He got the elect fishing out there for the rest of the elect. Go ahead.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them.
That's right. So that main hunting is going to take place when we come back down, man. When we really got all the powers, because some brothers might get spiritual powers on this side, but they ain't gonna be doing the hunting until we ain't really gonna be doing that hunting until Yahweh Shai is leading the charge, man. Because it's gonna tell you in the next verse that what kind of hunting we gonna be doing, and we ain't gonna be doing that on this side until because this place needed to be destroyed. The prophecy got to be fulfilled. But when we come down, that New Jerusalem come down, that holy city with Yahweh Shai, that's when we're gonna do that real hunting, because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be because that's what Esau goes out to the woods and goes hunting for sport. It's fun for him, It's that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna be hunting all these heathens, man. Go ahead.
Fine. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of all the holes of the rock.
There you go. That's how we gonna be hunting it, man. We gonna come because we're not gonna do that on this, before the missiles drop. We're not gonna be going to get the elite before the missiles drop. We're gonna do that when we come back down. We're gonna come get them out of the deep military bases, underground bases, all right, the underground water bases, wherever they may be. We're gonna come get them. All the governments, whatever wherever you are in the world, the Lord's gonna have his hunters come and get you. The same, and those are the same men that were fishers. Go ahead.
I gotta.
Amaya was holding one.
Amos 9.
Yeah, the brother got to preach that real quick.
Yeah. Let me get this one out real quick.
Okay.
It goes with that one that you just brought out in Jeremiah, and something that the brother Ash said about Yahushua leading the charge. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. It says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword."
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
you got it.
Just as Yahushua, all right, who the brother Ash said, the Lord Yahushua, he's going to lead the charge. He said himself he's not coming to bring peace. He came to bring a sword. So how much more, or the same thing goes for his men that are coming with him, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, his army, his elect.
Hey,
and that sword goes back into into the psalm I was just reading. The two-edged sword in your hand.
Yeah, we're gonna continue on that for sure. We're gonna finish that chapter out. Go ahead.
Exodus 15:3, the Most High, Yahweh, is a man of war,
That's
so
right.
how much more his only begotten son? That's why the Lord said, "No, it's not that I can call 12 legions." So to back the brother Asha, which was beautiful in the precept of Matthews, he comes to set division, sword. So how much more when his men, are right behind him, man.
Yep.
So it's going to be a domino effect of taking over dominions and kingdoms.
Yep. Hey, kind of go back to that Psalms and somebody hold that Luke 19:27 on deck. Hold that on deck. Go ahead, Ariel.
All right, so back in the book of Psalms, chapter 149, rather, verse 6, I'm going to read on down. It says, "Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people."
Yeah, and that's what the elect's coming to do, man. With Yahushua leading the charge, man. That's coming to execute his vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, because we understand the missiles going to be shot off. America is going to be burning. Different parts of the earth is going to be burned up. When the elect come back down, as we read in Revelation 21, it's time to continue to exact the Lord's vengeance, man. Because we understand the weapons of his indignation. All right, the Lord's going to send. All right, that's going to be part of his vengeance. But it's going to be a pleasure. All right, it's going to be an honor to come down and physically put these heathens in subjection, man, with the sword. And the 2/3 that remain, they don't want to get with the program. They're gonna get butchered.
I got a precept for that.
Go ahead.
The 2/3, the purging process. This is Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 38. "And I will purge out from among you the rebels and them that trespass against me. And I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn," the rest of the scattered 2/3. "And they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Shai."
Mm-hmm.
Because the missiles are not going to destroy everything. The earth is obviously the earth's going to shake to and fro like a drunkard, but a lot of the man masses on earth are not going to be preserved, and there's still going to be people there sojourning, like the scriptures say, and they're going to have to be purged out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's going to be people in the Amazon jungle and whatnot that might not necessarily get put to death by missiles, but what they probably doing some wicked ass drinking blood and eating some wicked ass shit. So we got to go over there and bring the vengeance upon them as well. Go ahead though, keep reading.
Book of Psalms, back on 149, verse 8. I'll read verse 7 and read on down. It says, "To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise you, the Lord Yahweh.
That's right, and that's what's gonna happen, man. When the Yahweh Shai and leading the elect come back down, that's gonna be what they coming to do. They're not coming to play patty cake with nobody, hand out roses. No, they coming to slap chains on people, man, and to run them through. All right, well, somebody get that Luke 19 real quick, and then we'll go to that Psalms.
Luke 19 and verse 27. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Yep, and that goes for 2/3 of our people and all the heathen, because everybody is going to have to bend the knee unto Yahweh Shai. Everyone's going to have to serve Yahweh Shai, and by default they're going to have to serve the nation of Israel. All right, but the 2/3, that if they remain after those missiles, they're in for a hurting, man. Because what the elect is going to come down with Yahweh Shai leading the charge, and come and put you in subjection, man. Come and bring you to the Lord, and most likely you ain't gonna bow down, because the Lord preserved you. He didn't call you up in the chariots for a reason, and then the Lord's gonna have you, kneeled in front of Him and then executed on spot, man, like they used to do in the ancient world. That you would either bend the knee to the king, or suffer death, man, be a beheading. All right, but going back to that Psalms, as the brother read, is to bind the kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. That's an honor, man. This is executing the Lord's vengeance. It's going to be an honor. All right, and that's part of the thing. That's one of the main things that Yahweh Shai was promised, man. And we understand that, pursuing the Romans 8, that we're joint heirs with Him. So this must be fulfilled, and that's going to take place after we come back down from them chariots, man. What people are going to call UFOs.
Hey, real quick, can I bring this out real quick through the Spirit? You take over. Real quick to back you up. Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And it's the point. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So that's the patience, all right, which is the suffering that the men of the Lord are going through to actually wait for these things to come into fulfillment, in the faith of the saints of Israel, man, that would hold their integrity into the end to actually witness coming down from heaven with Yahweh Shai. So the rain judgment on the planet Earth. That takes extreme patience, man. And that's what we doing, man. You brothers got it.
Yep.
I got a precept.
That was it on Psalms 49.
Yeah, that was it on 49. Yeah.
I got more. I got something else though, but go ahead if you got some.
I got some real quick. This is Jude chapter 1 verse 15. To execute let me start at verse 14. Jude 1 and 14, it says, and Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. All right, and that's what the Lord is going to do with the 10,000 of his saints. It said this is going to be 144,000 men. All right, to come and execute judgment upon all. All right.
Yep. Did they mention the saints? He said.
Yeah, it said with 10,000 of the saints to execute judgment upon all.
God. And because the brother, the brother brought out in Revelation 13, and then we read in Psalms 149 about the saints. Let me just pull this up real quick to prove who the saints are. This is Psalms 148 and 14. It says, he also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him, praise ye Yahweh. And you got to understand the scriptures wasn't written in English. All right. So when you go to the Hebrew, it don't say nothing about no even. It says the saints, and then it goes to ban, the children. It doesn't say even of the. It's saying the saints, and then it says ban, the children of Israel. So it doesn't say even. It is not. It's not making a separation there in the Hebrew. Where the Hebrew word for saints is chasayat, chasayad, and then the next word is ban. All right, so there ain't no distinction between the saints and the children of Israel. It's talking about the saints are the children, are the sons. All right, because the word is ban. All right, of Israel. All right, just to bring that out real quick, so no confusion. There ain't no confusion there. Go ahead though. Ariel, you got something? You said you had some.
Yeah. This is in the book of Isaiah. It's a few verses, so bear with me. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 60. I'm gonna start at verse 10. So yeah, Isaiah 60 and 10. It says, "And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. That therefore thy gates shall be open continually; they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought." So we're going into rulership now. You know, we're going into ruling over the other nations, the heathen nations. Okay, they're saying that the strangers, which is these other nations, they're gonna build up our walls. They're basically gonna build our kingdom. All right, and they're gonna minister or serve us. Okay,
And that goes back real quick. That goes back to putting them in the chains and the yoke of iron, right? It's like they did
exactly.
unto us. When they put us in chains and yoke of iron, what we do, we had to serve them and build their kingdom up. Go
Like a
ahead.
bunch of slaves. They're
Yep.
gonna be our slaves. The roles are gonna be reversed, but it's gonna be double onto these other cats. All right, so they're gonna have to build up a glorious kingdom, and they're gonna have to do it all by hand.
Yeah, there ain't be crane lifts and we just like we build up Egypt in the ancient world by the sweat on our backs. That's how they gonna build up our kingdom, man, by bare hands.
Straight. And it says verse 12, Isaiah 60 and 12, "For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted." So the Lord's making it clear that there's only one nation on the earth. And if you have a problem with that, then guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to be utterly destroyed. You're going to be wasted. All right. There's not going to be any question about it. There's no voting. All right. No election. Okay. If you don't want to serve the Israelites under Yahweh Shai, then what's going to happen to you? You're going to be destroyed. That's why it also talks about that. You what you call it? You're not going to get no rain. You're going to get droughts.
Yeah, if they come in, yes, serve the Lord and bring the tribute.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time. Your little king, your little things. You're not gonna survive. I'm gonna read a couple more verses. I'll finish this. Verse 13. It says, "The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree and the pine tree and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel." So we're talking about who? We're talking about the bosses of this world. We're talking about what the world calls the Illuminatis, the elites, all right, of Esau and of these different nations. The scripture says they're going to come bending onto us. All right, starting with Yahweh Shai, they're going to come bending onto us, meaning that they're going to bow down to us. Here it is. We got to serve them. We got to work for them, pay taxes and tributes to them. Well, what's going to end up happening at the end game? They're going to serve us. Not only that, they're going to bow down to us, and they're going to lick the soles of our feet. You know how beautiful that is. You're talking about the elites of this world, worth trillions of dollars. They're going to be bending down to you, brothers. Okay. It says, verse 15, "Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations." And that goes into the wisdom of the wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 that we always bring out. All right, they're gonna the ones that they hated so much and looked at us so much, we're going to be made to joy and excellency. We're going to be eternal excellency, and everybody's going to know who we are. All right, it's that fame that we're going to get. We don't got it right now, but we're going to get that true fame, and everybody's going to know who the Israelites are, especially the elect of Israel. And I'll read one more verse, verse 16. It says, "Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of the kings. And thou shalt know that I, the Lord Yahweh, am thy Savior and
Yeah,
thy Redeemer."
that means they're gonna be nursing us, tending to us, caring for us, not sucking on a titty,
Well, we're also going to be taking all their resources. All their
Yep.
resources, that's like the milk. We're going to get we're going to get all their nourishment, everything that they got. That's going to be ours, and they're going to be serving us hand and feet.
And they're gonna bring it
Like
to
the
us.
brother said.
Yep.
I'll finish it off. It says, "And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob." Khan, so the Lord's gonna know who they are, who the Lord is, and who we are. All right, and if you have a problem with that and you don't want to serve us, well, guess what? You're gonna be destroyed. All right. Yeah, that's it on that. So if the brother got something else.
Khan, I got something real quick. This is going back to we gonna have dominion over the nations. This is Leviticus verse 26. I'm gonna start from the top. It says, "Ye shall make you no idols nor graven image, neither rear you up standing image, neither shall ye set up an image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am the Lord your God." And that's the Lord giving us the law, statutes, commandments, letting us know what we're not going to do. But as we know, according to the new covenant, the law is going to be on our inward parts. All right. So it says, "Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. If ye walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then will I give you the rain in due season." All right. And through Yahweh Shai, we're doing this. All right. Through Yahweh Shai, was this possible? Okay. We doing all this perfectly, right? Through the works of Yahweh Shai. That's why we got to sit here and do these works. All right. We got to walk after Yahweh Shai right now, because Yahweh Shai has done a hard part for us. Okay. He walked in the law, statutes, commandments perfectly when he was here on earth. All right. It says, "Then will I give you the rain in due season," and that's what we're gonna get. All thanks to Yahweh Shai, but you gotta thank the Father first, because it says, "For he sent him for us." All right. It says, "And the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit," and that's going into that milk. All right. It says, "And your threshing shall reach unto the vintage, and the vintage shall reach unto the sowing time." And we know what the vintage is. Like it tell you in the Apocrypha, it says the vintage shall fail. All right. It says, "And ye shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. And I will give you peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through the land." And this is the point. Verse 7. "And ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemy shall fall before you by the sword." All right. It says, "For I will have respect unto you, and make you fruitful, and multiply you, and establish you my covenant with you." All right. So as we're saying, we're gonna be getting busy, man. It said, 5 of you shall chase 100, 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemy shall fall before you by the sword. So that's how they're gonna fall, man. The scriptures say the saints shall take the kingdom. Okay. Like I say, how are we gonna get peace? Hey, we gotta do it through war, man. All right, through a Yahweh Shai declaring war on these nations. That's how the nation of Israel gonna get our peace, and that's how we're gonna get our respect from these nations. All right, by force. Okay.
Hey, if I may add to back you up, bro, through the spirit. going back into what the brother Ash had started off with, us coming down that new city, Jerusalem coming down from heaven, and the brother brought out a beautiful precept about the 2/3, because that's what the new body is going to consist of the anger of the Lord. That new body is going to consist of the laws. So the Lord is going to distribute judgment. Yeah,
because the anger of the Lord is judgment.
That's right. Righteous indignation. Right. So that body that we're going to be coming down with is going to be the physical vessel and righteousness of the distributing of that judgment, and it's going to be Yahushua, King David, the 12, and the rest of the 144. That's the on earth as it is in heaven, man. And you people got to get that through your head. So
the scripture do say that execute the judgment
written, right? So going back into that 100, that all that's coming back, bro. That's why all that's going to be inside of that body.
You know, Yahushua, it says the word was made flesh. Right? You know, the word Heavenly Father is going to be made flesh by His men going forth and conquering.
And that's matter of fact. Can I bring this out real quick with the script back you up? Because this was the interpretation of the ending of the king's dream, of the image that was set up. All right, this is Daniel 2:44. And that's the spirit. 44 is mercy. It says, "In the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left nor to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever." You know, so going back into the importance of that kingdom or that holy city, Jerusalem, coming down from heaven. That's why we're being chased. I'm sorry. That's why we're being chastened as a chaste virgin, being made holy, being sculpted into that fine, perfect brick to the kingdom of heaven, so that when this kingdom of heaven actually come down from heaven,
because Jerusalem is a people for it's a place. It's not literally going to be a building falling from heaven. It's going to be the people.
Right, the lively stones, the individuals that make up the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, the actual 144,000.
Yeah. And real quick, because like the brother's saying, you know, when we come back down, we're coming into those bodies. Well, in 1 Corinthians 15, it tells you that we're gonna in the twinkling of an eye, on the way into them chariots, we're gonna be changed into the immortal, the incorruptibles. And if brothers have seen that movie Immortals, you know, it was Greek mythology, but they showed you, you know, how the gods were. You know, they came down, they had supernatural strength, you know, supernatural abilities, and that's how the elect's gonna come down. All right, you know, and that's gonna be which really, you know, the kingdom is within us, so the kingdom is being established right now, but we're coming to well, let me read this real quick in the same book, Daniel chapter 7 verse I'll start at 17. These great beasts which are four, I'll start at 16. I came near unto one of them that stood by and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things. These great beasts, which are four kings which shall arise out of the earth, like the chapter the brother's reading in. You know, that last beast is or that, you know, the toes, the feet. That's it. You know, this system is the last. You know, that last beast. All right, verse 18, it says, "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." And there you go. So the saints, the elect, you know, when they come back down with Yahushua, because like Yahushua said that he's not, when he returns, he's not gonna meet thee as a man. So neither is his host, neither is his elect, the saints, because they come to take it, the kingdom, and possess it forever. Well, let me get those words, forever and ever. Let me get the words possess real quick. Possess, it says Hassan. It says to take possession of, just to possess. Okay. Let me see the root word. To be treasured up, be hoarded. All right, so, you know, just binding together. There you go. Yeah. They're gonna come to establish the kingdom, man, with Yahushua, man. And we're not gonna physically. All we're gonna be doing is Lord's will, we knows, man. We're gonna just be slaying and giving out orders, man. We're not gonna be moving no gold nowhere, or, you know, doing no physical labor. We're just gonna. The only physical labor is gonna be swinging that sword. Other than that, the kingdom's gonna be built up for us, man. I mean, we're gonna have abilities, we move shit with our minds, but where's the fun in that? They made us do it the hard way, so we're gonna make them do it an even harder way. Go ahead.
Okay, I got one more precept real quick. I'm gonna jump down to 47. Because that's the spirit, man. That's pretty much what brothers is patiently waiting for. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Woe to you that have lost patience. In your patience, possess your soul. So the scriptures always was going in on patience. Why? Because we getting ready to inherit incorruptible, man. Immortality, man. Turn the weight of glory through a light affliction. Because it's already paid for us through the blood of Yahushua. All we doing is walking the straight and narrow, man. Which we have a double portion. So this is what it comes down to, man. And what this is revealed into us in these last days. The beginning of it, they're following. This is Daniel 2:47. The king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth it is that your God is a God of gods and a Lord of kings, and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal this secret. And that's the point, man. We revealing a secret. Amos 3:7. The end was revealed unto us from the beginning, because the Lord only spoke through the prophets from the beginning, man. That's why we're foretelling you what's to come of the destruction of America and the beginning of Jacob ruling, man. And like the brother said earlier, we got a notification from Elder Pastor Hart going in on Isaiah 14:2. So this is the time that the elect is getting ready to receive that ultimate reward, man. Which is to be next, be nigh unto the Most High, Yahushua, and we shall reign, as it is written, as kings and priests on the planet Earth. All right, next to Yahushua, though we suffer with him, we shall be glorified, man. And that's what you people are witnessing, man. Men out of great trials and tribulations, all right, being in unity of the faith, unity of the sound doctrine, getting ready to be changed in the twinkling of an eye in front of an untoward generation. All right, and 2/3 of our people will be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, man. All right, when we come down, we're distributing order of the Heavenly Father, Yahushua, which is perfect. All right, okay, which have long time been without fruit, but shall be declared in these last days, man. You got it.
I got a quick precept.
Okay,
Kind of going into like the brother was just talking about what we're getting ready to inherit. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, and I'm gonna read verse 9 through 10. It says, "The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy power and walk in his ways." All right, and we're gonna be walking in the commandments and in the Lord and the ways of the Lord, because we're gonna be made whole. We're going to be made perfect. All right, we're going to receive that corruptible body, like we brothers were going into earlier in the lesson. And it says, verse 10, "And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee." All right, and they're going to be afraid because they're going to have seen that judgment. All right, they're going to have seen the judgment that happened to the people who, the enemies of the Lord, basically. All right, just wanted to bring that up.
Because that's how you put the fear in people. You that's why they would years ago in the ancient world they would make public executions, man. Because the next man sees something like a public beheading, for something that he might be doing, he's gonna think twice about doing that again, And that's what we're gonna do when we return, Lord's will we those men. We're gonna be making it public executions, man. And it's gonna be fun, man. Brothers are gonna be having fun, man, putting these different nations, because a lot of these people just gonna have to die regardless, because it is what it is. We're gonna have to bring the vengeance of the Lord upon them, and a lot of them's gonna be in going in chains, but it's gonna be the government being established, man. And they're, like brother said, they're gonna know who what power is backing us, man. Just think about that, man. Brothers coming down from the chariots, just slaying a whole city, the chariots over the city. You slapping chains on these heathens, man. We're rounding them up, taking them to where their assigned positions. You know, it's gonna be fun establishing the kingdom, man. And with these immortal bodies, nonetheless, you know, with uncorruptible. You know, you're not gonna have no evil thoughts except judgment of the Lord, man, at that time. And then when we finally get to kick our feet up, it's gonna be, just everlasting paradise, man.
Hey, I got a quick preset on what you and Quam said about the Lord having our back. This is the spirit that we have to have. Real quick, this is 2 Kings chapter 6, and let me just start at verse 15. It says, "And when a servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host encompassed the city, both with horses and chariots, and all right, and that host that compassed the city, all right, that we can see that as being the enemies of us today, all right, because and when we read Luke chapter 21, it's referencing 70 A.D. about how the enemies compassed Jerusalem. Hey, but that's what's happening in these last days, dog. Okay, Esau Edom is trying to encompass us and basically try to destroy us. All right, this time he's doing it to those that believe in Yahweh Shemi Shai. And it says, "But both with horses and chariots, and his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do?" Verse 16, "And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha."
Yep.
See, so that's what we have.
Go
We have
ahead.
to have that because the Lord said that He hath not given us a spirit of fear, man. We have to continue boldly, all right, and confident in the Lord that He has our back, all right, because the Lord is getting ready to open the eyes of the entire earth, and they're gonna see those chariots, man, and they're gonna see Yahushai coming from those mountains, man.
Yep.
All right, coming from the east.
Yep.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. Hey, in that day, with the chariots ain't gonna be invisible. They're not gonna be with the cloaking device on them. They're gonna be right there, hovering over the city. And you're gonna see huge men coming out of them with swords in their hands, man, looking royal as hell, man. Go all decked out gold with some fly ass garments, with who knows what kind of swords, flying through the air. That's what hey, because the Lord had to open that's the servant's eyes at that time so he could see it. But hey, like the Lord's making those chariots more and more visible, man. So when we come back down, man, it's gonna be a terrifying sight for these people that make it, man. It's better for them. You better hope you in America, because at least you're gonna go, with the flames, go out with a flame. These people, they gonna see, the the New Jerusalem coming down. It's gonna be a fearful sight, because we're not coming smiling. The Lord's gonna come back down, boy, and he gonna be tearing ass up, man. And so is this army, man. Go ahead.
I
I
got
got
it.
a. Oh, go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead, Arya.
All right, Dwada. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 14. I know the brother Quan quoted it. Chapter 14. I'll start at the top. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob." That's going in our people though. Verse 2. "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." All right. And this is, we're talking about in the kingdom. All right. So taking taking them into captivity, a forceful act. Okay. That's when we're gonna be in our glory. We're gonna be out of these bodies. All right. This is when we're establishing the kingdom. It says, "And we shall take them captives, captives they were." So those that we were captives of, we're gonna take them captives, and shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in that day, the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. So we're going to be in peace. We're not going to have to serve anymore. "That thou shalt take up a proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. So we're gonna look at America and we're gonna be like, man, look at this place, man. This great nation has, how's this place ceased? But it's of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that made it cease. And we knew through the prophecies that this was going to end up happening. So America, which is Babylon, is going to come to naught. And it says in verse 5, the Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. So those that are ruling the earth right now, they're going to be completely taken out of power. In other words, it says they've broken the scepter, broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. So that scepter is going to be taken forcefully out of the hand of the rulers of this world, and it's going to be placed into the hand of the rightful rulers to come. All right, which are the Israelites, starting with Yahweh Shah. And Lord willing, brothers are part of that number. But go ahead, Kanakala.
Real quick, it's Nahum 1 and 2. The Most High is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth and is furious. Because the scriptures say, Yahweh said that their vengeance burneth in his heart. So yeah, even Yahweh is up there waiting, man. Michael, archangel, they ready to let go. Hey, it tell you in the book of Micah, the Most High, he said he gonna pour out fury on the heathens such they have not known.
Mm-hmm.
Well, read it real quick, then. Yeah.
That's
the spirit, yeah.
Now, Michael chapter 5, verse 15.
Yeah.
And I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard.
Yeah, so this that's coming, this vengeance that the Most High is bringing, the heathen ain't never seen nothing like this before, man. You can read in the Old Testament how the Most High, the nations was scared and like, oh, well, we heard what your God did, in Egypt. But the Most High said this time, man, he gonna execute vengeance on something they ain't never heard. Like, he's furious, man. All right, Yahweh said, all eyes shall see me, even those that pierce me. So the day of vengeance is burning in Yahweh Shai heart. That's why the scriptures say we shall do according to his anger. Because we get pissed off, but we ain't mad enough, man. We ain't angry enough. We think we ready to beat skulls in and take the little ones and dash them against the stones. You see a little one, it's gonna be hard for you to do that, man. You're like, it's a baby. You're like, it's a baby. You're gonna be like hesitant, but that's why the anger of the Lord is gonna be on us, man. Because you gotta think about it. It gotta be some anger out of this world to execute the judgment. We gonna be that anger. No man can conjure up that much anger, to do the pour on the slaughter that we gonna pour on, man. Lord's Lord, we be those men. It's gonna take some divine intervention to put a spirit on you like that, man, to execute, to just slay everything. All right. Like we did in the ancient world, go through the land, slay all animals, women, don't marry unto their women, just slay everybody. It takes a spirit, for you to be able to do that. So it says, the Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. The Lord is slow to anger, all right? Which is why, it seems like, it's tearing us, but hey, the Lord, that's just the Lord, man. All right, long suffering. All right, it says the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. All right, so the wicked is not going to be acquitted, man. How you see certain, because the scriptures say wrong judgment goeth forth. All right, the law is like, you can murder Jake. All right, and just get off for it and get acquitted. George Zimmerman was acquitted, or the officers they're acquitted, or they get 10 years. That's still being acquitted, man. All right, but the Lord said He's not going to acquit the wicked. Okay, it says the Lord hath His way in the whirlwind, and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of His feet. All right, so the Lord is angry, man. The Lord is ready to pour out His full indignation, man. All right, to the point where, as the scriptures say, it shall not say that the Lord liveth that brought the children out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord delivered about the children of Israel out of the land of the north. All right, so it's gonna be to the point where we ain't gonna never have to fight it. No nation gonna come up against us again, man. All
I got a
right,
quick one for you.
go ahead, bro.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Going into that jealousy again, because the Lord is a jealous power. Okay, so the Lord said, just wait upon Him. Like, we don't got to do nothing out here. We don't. Well, our job is to what? Is to prophesy, not to pick up no arms and start no rebuke, none of that. No, we to prophesy. That's our job, to feed the sheep. All right. And the Lord said, just wait upon me till I do it. When the Lord does it, it's going to be much more gratifying than what we can do in this flesh. Like the brother just said, we can't execute the wrath of the Lord in this weak ass flesh, man. We gotta wait upon the Lord. Let the Lord do it. It's gonna be much more gratifying when the Lord does it, because the Lord is like it says here. The Lord is angry with the nations. He's furious with them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Real quick, we're gonna have to end here in a few because the on the desktop it doesn't let me get into the whatever the whatever the hell this is called
Program thing. Yeah.
Well, it lets me get on the website, but it doesn't let me get onto the thing, so I won't be able to end it. So we'll just close out, and I got like 10 minutes left on the battery. We'll close out here in a couple minutes.
Bet. But Khan, bros, let me see if I can bring out a quick one for y'all. And the book we were gonna get it earlier. Book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 26. This is Yahweh speaking. It says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So those that wait, because the scripture just said in Zephaniah, about the anger and the fear of the Lord and the wait upon him. It says what it says in Revelation says, and he that overcome and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power unto the nations. So we can just be patient and hold out to the end. Guess what? The Lord is gonna instill us with the power. Not just some old regular power. No, we're talking about power over the nations of the world. Okay? To do all these things that we've been reading about and talking about, that we dream about. Because we don't have the power in our hands right now. The power is in the hands of the Lord. So the Lord's going to instill that power upon us when He sees fit, when the time comes. Verse 27, and He shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So these nations are going to be broken down into pieces, basically, to rule with a rod of iron, a scepter. When you get that scepter, that's a staff, of rulership, made of gold or iron, as it says here. That's a hard metal. The brother always bring out that Bugs Bunny thing when he be hitting the dude over the head with the iron. That's what we're going to be doing on a low level. But we're going to take it to the extreme because we're doing it with the fury and the anger of the Lord upon us, which we don't have right now. We're in a low, meek state right now, so we don't have that anger of the Lord on us. But the Lord, as it says in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, it says the Lord is going to use His men. He's going to put the anger and His fury on men upon His earth, whoever those men may be. The Lord's going to put the anger and the fury upon them, so they can what? They can put these heathen into subjection. We're talking about rulership here. We're not talking about no lame shit, bro. We're talking about real rulership that's going to be taken by force. This kingdom's going to be taken by force. We don't got the power in our hands right now, but the Lord's going to have to put that power in somebody's hands in order to take that kingdom out of the hands of the Edomites, which are the current rulers of this world. Go ahead, brother.
You got it,
You got it, bro.
That's all I got.
All right. Well.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and close it out then. Lord's willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect out there. Brothers keep pushing, man, because this is what we got coming, man. You know, that's something, you know, that should motivate you, man. Wanting to do, you know, do that, man. Execute the Lord's judgment. Come back down with Yahweh Shai, man. And, hey, first and foremost, get called up to the air to meet him. You know, and then coming back down. You know, you get that's the first thing. You got to get salvation first. So we got to do the work. You know, and pray and endure. Lord's will, we make it up into those chariots, so we, you know, we be found worthy to receive salvation, and then come back down and wreak righteous judgment on, wreak havoc on these people, man, righteously, and set up the, you know, be the first fruits of the kingdom, you know, set up the kingdom through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. But with that, you know, Lord's will, this was edifying and exhorting to brothers, keep pushing. All right, we almost out of here. Shalom.
Shalom.
Bro.